Hey, so I wanted to buy a t-shirt, but I didn't like the fact that it only came in 100% cotton because I make a lot of my t-shirts now, and all of the ones that I make, they have a tri-blend, and this is the tri-blend. It's one of the most comfortable t-shirts that I have, and I just can't stand wearing 100% cotton, especially if it's black or any color because it gets wrinkled really easy. When you sweat in it, it gets really heavy and it's scratchy. It's not comfortable on the skin. So what I did is I said, you know what, screw it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it myself. So I'm going to teach you step by step on print on demand exactly how I found a t-shirt that I liked. I made it myself, and instead of buying it from somebody else, I made it myself literally in 5 minutes. I'm going to show you step by step exactly how to do that. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go step by step with you. So the first thing I did is I went to the site that had the shirt that I wanted to create. So this is a customized rank t-shirt, a United States Marine Corps rank t-shirt. So this is the shirt here that I wanted to create, and I could obviously get my size, but see, it's 29.99, not including shipping, and it only comes in black. And this is on the front, but it's only in 100% cotton. I did not like that at all. So I was like, you know what? Let me just try to create it myself. So obviously, the first thing I did is I went over into Canva and I started to create my own design. And I looked at the picture and I started doing it myself, and it just took way too long. It was taking way too long. And I finally just said, you know what? I'm just going to drag it over. So I dragged that over. I made a couple of adjustments to it, but here's the other thing. I wanted to put something on the front different and then put the rank on the back. I didn't want just the rank and only on the front of the shirt. So I found this and then I wanted to create this. So I'm going to put this on the front part of the shirt like this here. Okay. And on the back, I'm going to use this logo here. Okay. And I just pulled the Sergeant one over. But this is a customizable shirt, so I have all of them. And then, so what I did from there, after I came into Canva, created the designs that I wanted, and I thought about maybe putting this one actually on the front, but I decided against it. It didn't look as good as this one. I just switched them back and forth. So then I went over to my Printify account. So this is where I create most of my products after I've created the design. If I'm doing a design in Canva, then I come over to Printify. This is actually my store, but I'm going to walk you step by step. You can see it's right here. This is one I created, but we're going to go to catalog. I'm going to pick my favorite t-shirt. Almost all of the ones that I do, they are more expensive to create, but they are way, way more comfortable. We're talking a couple of dollars, and a couple of dollars makes a big difference when you're wearing a thing all day long. So I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to pick the Tri-Blend Crew T right here from Next Level. Okay, you can see it's a little bit more expensive, but it's the 100% cotton. I don't like it. Doesn't feel good. 50% polyester, 25% sprung run cotton, and 25% rayon. Super, super comfortable. I'm just going to click Start Designing. And then I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. We're going to start from step by step. So just follow my instructions. It's very easy. You can do this on any type of thing that you want to create your own. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Hopefully you can still see me up in the screen here. So the first thing we're going to do after this uploads is we're going to find out which variants. Now, I don't want a white t-shirt, so I'm just doing black and green for this example because that's exactly what I did. So I'm going to deselect the white. I'm going to select the vintage black, and I'm going to go right down here to the military green. Those are the only two that I'm doing on this one. And then the sizes, if there were different sizes, like all the way up to 5X or something, I just take those out. To me, it's just too many variables, too many things for me to manipulate and stuff. So I don't even do that. So I'm going to go out of here, and now I'm just going to click um, out of the variants. Let me go ahead and close this out. And now I'm going to start adding in my design. And what I got to go over here is first I have to upload the new product that I created in my Canva. So I would click here, go to my device. I'd find it on my device, and then I would upload it to the system. Okay, so I would go find out where I saved it, where I downloaded it after I created it in Canva, wherever that ends up being. I usually put them on my desktop because it's just a lot easier to find for myself. I would scroll down. Where is it? Well, I mean, if it had it in there, which it should, I don't know why it's not there right now. Let's see here. Desktop. Oh, that's right. I moved it into photos. That's why I can't find it. Sorry, I moved it. All right, so let's find the shirt. It might be under. So I'd go and I'd find my. I don't remember what it was named. Well, nonetheless, okay, I go to find it, I click on it, I click open, and it would pull it in there, okay? So after I do that, it's going to show up over here in my library after I pop it in. Okay, so here it is right here. So I click on this, and then boom, it pop it in there. Now, see, this is on the front, and I don't want this on the front, I want it on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this out for now. I'm going to put the one that I do actually want on the front, which is this one right here. So I click this one, and I'm going to put it up over here in this corner. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And this is the size of the square, but I'm looking at the size of how it's actually going to show up in. And after I figure out where I want it, and you have to bring it down a little bit lower than you think, all the way up in a corner. It ends up being way too high up here in the shoulder, so you got to bring it over further than you actually think you might want it to be. And then over here, you can see the width and the height, but that's of the square of the box. It's not actually of this. So if you want to see what it looks like, you click preview, and I'll show you about what it's going to look like on the shirt. I'm going to switch this over to black because I'm designing it from the black. That looks probably pretty good actually. So we're going to keep that. I'm going to click edit again. I'm going to switch over here to the black version so I can see what it looks like on the black. Okay, that looks good. I want to keep that. I'm going to bring it a little bit bigger though. There we go. We'll go 4.75. There we go. And now on the back, I'm going to go to that library, upload it if I didn't have it in there already. Okay. Now I'm going to click on this one, and there it is. Now it's on the black shirt. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger because I really want this one to stand out. And that's good. I'm going to bring this up a little higher so it's more like across the shoulder blades. And that's where I like it. And that's where it's going to be. I'm going to click preview, see what that looks like actually on a shirt. Something, yeah, this one doesn't have this. Sometimes they have them showing a model wearing it, and that's what I like to look at. This particular t-shirt doesn't show that in here, but this is the same shirt that I made with this one, same exact shirt, so I know how it looks and how it feels. And then as soon as I'm done with that and I can actually see and I kind of like the way that it looks, I always do the preview so that I can make some adjustments after I click preview. Just looking on the screen when you're doing the design, it's not as good as what you might think. So that's about the size that I wanted. I could make it a little bit bigger, but on here, I'm telling you that if you make it really big, when you get it, it's going to be a lot bigger than you expect. So a little bit smaller always comes out about right. That looks good. So I'm going to click Save Product. And then after I click Save Product, I'm not going to make any more adjustments to the design of the t-shirt. But now this is where you go in and you adjust your pricing, you adjust your variables, actually what you want to see when you upload it to your store, which I'll get to next. But what do you actually want to be the very first one on there? After you click on this, I'll show you that. It's basically kind of like your default one. And I'm going to actually have this one as my default. Okay. The vintage black. I'm going to save these because I like all of the different variables that it has on there. I'm going to keep them all. You can take them out if you want, like the ones on a hanger or the ones that aren't. So this is the primary. This is the one that I want. So I'm going to have this one as my primary. It made it a lot easier now to switch it back and forth from the primary. So this is the one I want as primary. And my face is covering up. Come on, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to click this star here. There we go. So that's my primary because I want the back to be shown. I'm going to scroll down here, and then obviously it's created its own kind of it's designed its own title and description. So what I do to help myself out is I actually go to ChatGPT and I type in kind of an idea, and I put some things that are have already in here. like 50% polyester, but tri-blend, that kind of stuff. I'll copy some of this. I'll put it into ChatGPT. I'll tell them, hey, here's what I'm doing. Please create a good description with a sense of urgency. Boom. And then I copy and paste. Okay. And then after I do all that, they're going to come down here and you're going to adjust your pricing. Okay, you can see right here, it starts out always at a 40% margin. You can adjust it however you want, but again, you're going against the one I looked at, but it's 100% cotton. It's $29.99 for a shirt. This is large, all the way extra large is $29.99. When it goes to 2X, I believe is when it changes. See, it goes up a little bit. So, and then same thing for you in your account, you're going to want to do the same thing, is adjust it and try to keep the profit monitor about the same on all of them, because with more material, more shipping costs, and so you should adjust your pricing of whatever you want to do here. Again, just keep in mind your competition when you're adjusting your pricing. And you click on here, and if you want to put it into a collection, which is a whole nother video I'll talk about later, like if I new release or something, it'll pop in there. And then I click publish. And after publish, here's the final product. I'm going to go to my products because I already created, so I'm not going to create a new one. But now you know step by step what I did. I've already created the description. I adjusted my pricing. You can see right here, it's unpublished. This is the one right here. This is the one that I created. So I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to show you how I design it, what it looks like in here, and after I click publish, what the final result's going to be on my store. And I'm going to get a sample because this is a t-shirt I made for myself. So here's my description. Here's my title. Okay, there. This is a little bit too much spacing here. I don't think I need all this spacing. That's better. I'm going to go ahead and click save so it sends that over. I adjusted my pricing for what I want it to be. I'm going to click all of these. And I'm going to make sure that it's in here on new releases, click publish. And then after this goes and publishes, I'm going to pull over to my store and I'm going to show you what that looks like actually on my store. So we're going to go to Trainers 2 Tycoon. That's an actual personal store. You can see it for yourself. And you see right here, I'm going to, let me refresh this because this is not refreshed here. There we go. All right, see here, I have new merch drops. This is an entrepreneurial, inspirational entrepreneur hoodie I made. And here's my custom rank t-shirt, Strength, Honor, Brotherhood, USMC that I created. So I click on this, and when somebody goes to actually this page, they can actually go and buy it. So you click in here, and it only goes up to 2X on this one. We can see tri-blend, military green, and vintage black. If I wanted a large, I click on large here. But again, yes, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a few more dollars for 10 times more comfortable shirt, and that won't get wrinkled and won't weigh you down when you actually start sweating in it if you work out in it. Okay, you just right here, you can see here the description. You can see all the different viewpoints here. And once you click on that, and of course, if you add the cart, and there you go. So that's how you create a step-by-step from print on demand. I found something I liked. I created it myself, literally within 5 minutes, and I launched it to my store. Now I can actually sell it, but also I can get a sample too and wear it and buy it through my store as opposed to paying retail at somewhere else and getting a product that is inferior to mine, because now I have something on the front and the back. It's customized, but it's way more comfortable. And if I buy it for myself, hey, that's even better. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I will do a whole bunch more videos. In fact, I'll show you the next one, how I created the hoodie, the entrepreneurial spirit hoodie that I just made. I'm super excited about it, and I'll show you guys that one next. I'll give you step-by-step instructions. I'll see you on the next video.